Hey, it's Matt Steen, and this is another chemistry conversation. One of the things that we've heard talked about a lot through the years is hire slow, fire fast, right? You want to go really slow in the hiring process to make sure that you're finding the right fit, but at the same and then if you find out that somebody isn't the right fit, you want to fire them pretty quickly in order to protect your culture and protect the health of your church staff and your team, right? Well, what happens when you have that mantra in a season where it is a candidate's market, right? And I'll pardon that phrase. Sometimes people take offense to that, but it very much in right now we're seeing it as a candidate's market with the great resignation, with the number of people that are leaving youth and worship roles and leaving ministry altogether. Candidates have way more options now than they ever did before, and it's not uncommon for candidates to be getting offers, 3, 4, 5 different offers as they're working through with many different churches. And so here's what we'd encourage you to do. I've seen people that say, hey, if your process doesn't is longer than 2 weeks from initial interview to hire, to making an offer, that your process is broken. And I don't know that that's accurate. I think that's actually pretty dangerous. What I would say is that we need to be moving with intention. Okay. So what do I mean by that? I mean, the days of saying, hey, we'll let you know when the next step is in the process, those are past. You need to be ready to go at the end of your first interview and say, hey, look, this is when we'll follow up with you, and here's what the next step is going to be and when it's going to be. And you need to follow through on those promises. Okay. So you need to communicate, what's next and when's next, and follow through on it. You need to move with intention. So can you still take a month of doing interviews and stuff before you make a hire? Absolutely. But what you need to make sure that you're doing is constantly be communicating with your candidates. If things slow down a little bit, let them know, and let them know why. Chances are that by doing this, by putting the intention into it, by having the discipline of communicating and potentially over communicating where things are in the process, why it's taking the time that it's taking, and what the next step is going to set you apart from the other churches that people are working with. And so what I would encourage you to do is again, before you get to the process where you even start your search, have your process mapped out, written down, and understand what each step along the way is going to be, and then begin to put dates on it and communicate those dates regularly and often with the candidates that are in the process. Let them know that you're being intentional about the process. Let them know that you're certain about what the next step is and where they are in the process. And they'll appreciate that. And as I said, that's going to set you apart as a church. So there you go. Yes, we want to move slowly as we go through the hiring process to find the right fit, but we want to move with intention. Okay. And people feel intention. None of this rush job and none of this, artificially prolonged type of a situation. Move with intention, communicate clearly. That's going to help you find the right fit for your church.